Donald Trump. From his early days as a determined real estate developer in New York to his unexpected rise to the presidency, Trump's journey has been anything but ordinary. His story is a captivating blend of ambition, risk-taking, and an unwavering belief in his own abilities. He transformed the Manhattan skyline, leaving an indelible mark on the city's landscape. Yet, alongside the triumphs, there were also setbacks, moments when even the seemingly invincible Trump faced financial challenges. Through it all, he remained a fixture in the public consciousness, his name never far from the headlines. Donald Trump's trajectory from businessman to reality TV star to the highest office in the land is a uniquely American story. Trump's presidential campaign, launched on a promise to make America great again, tapped into a vein of discontent and resonated with millions of Americans. His unconventional style and willingness to challenge the status quo captivated supporters who saw in him a champion for their values. However, Trump's presidency proved to be as divisive as his campaign, sparking heated debates on immigration, trade, and foreign relations. The question that lingers is whether Donald Trump represents the embodiment of the American dream, or stands as the most polarizing figure in modern American history. Donald John Trump's story began on June 14, 1946, in Queens, New York City. Born into affluence as the fourth child of Fred Trump, a successful real estate developer, Donald's childhood was a world away from the gritty streets his father's business often navigated. Despite the comfortable upbringing, Donald exhibited a certain restlessness, a drive that led him to the New York Military Academy at the age of 13. At the academy, Donald excelled, becoming a star athlete and student leader, a testament to his innate ability to command attention and achieve results. These formative years instilled in Donald a deep sense of self-belief and a relentless pursuit of success. From an early age, Donald was exposed to the world of construction, finance, and the relentless pursuit of opportunity that would come to define his own business ventures. After graduating from the New York Military Academy, Donald enrolled at Fordham University before transferring to the Wharton School of the University of Pennsylvania. While pursuing his degree in economics, Donald immersed himself in his father's business, learning the ropes of real estate development. Upon graduating from Wharton in 1968, Donald officially joined his father's company, the Trump Organization. Eager to make his mark, he set his sights on Manhattan, convinced that he could transform the city's skyline and redefine luxury living. His early projects, including the renovation of the Commodore Hotel into the Grand Hyatt New York and the development of Trump Tower on Fifth Avenue, showcased his ability to identify lucrative opportunities and navigate the complex world of New York City real estate. The Trump Tower, a gleaming skyscraper rising 58 stories above Fifth Avenue, became the embodiment of the Trump brand. Completed in 1983, the tower, with its signature bronze glass facade and lavish interiors, epitomized the excesses of the 1980s and catapulted Donald Trump into the global spotlight. The tower housed some of the most expensive real estate in the city, attracting celebrities, business tycoons, and anyone who aspired to be part of the exclusive world that Trump had created. Its atrium, featuring a 6-story waterfall and a dazzling array of luxury boutiques, became a tourist destination in its own right. The tower remained a testament to Trump's ability to capture the public imagination and his unwavering belief in his own ability to reshape the world in his image. As Donald Trump's real estate empire expanded beyond Manhattan, encompassing hotels, casinos, and golf courses, so too did his reputation for both success and controversy. His ventures in Atlantic City, New Jersey in the 1980s marked a period of both triumph and turmoil. Trump's casinos, including the Trump Plaza and the Trump Taj Mahal, were conceived as opulent palaces of entertainment. However, the same boldness and risk-taking that had fueled his rise also led to financial difficulties, with several of his companies filing for bankruptcy in the 1990s. These setbacks, while significant, did not diminish Trump's standing as a cultural icon. Through it all, Donald Trump remained undeterred, his resilience and unwavering self-belief allowing him to weather the storms and emerge time and again, ready to seize the next opportunity. By the dawn of the new millennium, Donald Trump had already cemented his place in the American consciousness. In 2004, Trump stepped out of the real estate arena and onto the soundstage, taking on the role of both host and judge in the reality TV show, The Apprentice. The Apprentice offered viewers a glimpse into the high-stakes world of business, with contestants competing in a series of challenges designed to test their entrepreneurial skills. But the real draw of the show was Trump himself. With his signature blunt delivery and no-nonsense demeanor, Trump became the ultimate arbiter of success and failure. Each week, viewers tuned in to witness Trump's take-charge persona, his ability to size up a situation and make snap judgments. This image of Trump, the decisive leader, resonated with a wide audience, further solidifying his place in the public imagination. The words "you're fired" became more than just a tagline for a television show. They evolved into a cultural phenomenon. The sheer bluntness of the phrase, the way it encapsulated the power dynamics of the workplace, struck a chord with viewers. The show's success also hinged on its ability to tap into the zeitgeist of the early 2000s, a time when the American dream seemed more attainable than ever. The Apprentice provided a platform for Trump to showcase a different side of himself, a more playful and engaging persona that contrasted with the often serious world of business. The Apprentice was more than just a television show for Donald Trump. It was a calculated step in building his brand and expanding his influence. He understood the power of media, its ability to shape public perception and create lasting impressions. The show provided him with a national platform, a weekly opportunity to connect with millions of viewers, and solidify his image as a successful businessman. Trump's time on The Apprentice coincided with the rise of reality television as a dominant force in entertainment. He used the show to his advantage, promoting his businesses, showcasing his lifestyle, and crafting an image that resonated with a wide swath of the American public. The show's success also translated into significant financial gains for Trump, further bolstering his wealth and influence. Donald Trump's foray into the political arena wasn't a sudden leap but rather a series of calculated steps taken over several decades. As early as the 1980s, whispers circulated about a potential Trump presidential bid, fueled by his outspoken views on issues ranging from the economy to foreign policy. He flirted with the idea of running on multiple occasions, even briefly entering the 2000 presidential race as a Reform Party candidate. While those early forays into the political sphere were short-lived, they served as a testing ground for Trump's ability to command attention and tap into the public sentiment. He skillfully used media appearances, interviews, and public speeches to voice his opinions, often taking controversial stances that challenged the political establishment. The 2016 presidential election will forever be etched in American history as one of the most unconventional and divisive in modern times. It was against this backdrop that Donald Trump, the billionaire businessman and reality TV star, announced his candidacy for President of the United States. Trump's campaign, launched on June 16, 2015, with the now iconic slogan, "Make America Great Again," was a masterclass in political disruption. He tapped into a deep well of frustration among voters who felt ignored by the political establishment, promising to drain the swamp in Washington, D.C. His rallies were electrifying spectacles, drawing massive crowds eager to hear his message of economic nationalism and a return to American strength on the world stage. He bypassed traditional media outlets, relying instead on social media platforms like Twitter to directly communicate with his supporters. Donald Trump's presidency was a whirlwind of policy changes, executive orders, and international disputes. From the outset, he made good on his campaign promises, withdrawing the United States from the Trans-Pacific Partnership Trade Agreement, imposing tariffs on goods from China, and implementing a travel ban on citizens from several Muslim-majority countries. His domestic agenda focused on tax cuts, deregulation, and a conservative approach to social issues. His administration faced constant scrutiny over allegations of ethical violations, conflicts of interest, and potential obstruction of justice, culminating in a 2-year investigation by Special Counsel Robert Mueller into Russian interference in the 2016 election. Donald Trump's presidency proved to be as polarizing as his campaign, deepening the political and cultural divides within American society. His supporters saw him as a champion for their values, a strong leader who wasn't afraid to speak his mind and challenge the status quo. His critics viewed him as a threat to American democracy, a demagogue who stoked fear and division for political gain. The 2020 presidential election, held amidst a global pandemic and a backdrop of social unrest, was one of the most consequential in American history. Trump's defeat by Joe Biden marked the end of his presidency, but not the end of his influence. Even after his departure from the White House, Donald Trump's presence loomed large over American politics. He continued to hold rallies, endorse candidates, and use his platform to shape the Republican Party and his image. His refusal to concede the 2020 election, coupled with his repeated claims of widespread voter fraud, further fueled divisions within the country and eroded trust in democratic institutions. His legacy, however, extends far beyond his presidency. He fundamentally altered the political landscape, emboldening a new wave of populist leaders and reshaping the Republican Party in his image. His impact on American society is equally profound, leaving the country grappling with questions of identity, truth, and the very nature of democracy itself. Whether one views him as a transformative figure or a destructive force, there is no denying that Donald Trump left an indelible mark on American history. His story, a testament to the power of ambition, the allure of celebrity, and the fragility of democratic norms, will continue to be debated and analyzed for generations to come. Even after his departure from the White House, Donald Trump's presence loomed large over American politics. He continued to hold rallies, endorse candidates, and use his platform to shape the Republican Party in his image. His refusal to concede the 2020 election, coupled with his repeated claims of widespread voter fraud, further fueled divisions within the country and eroded trust in democratic institutions. His legacy, however, extends far beyond his presidency. He fundamentally altered the political landscape, emboldening a new wave of populist leaders and reshaping the Republican Party in his image. His impact on American society is equally profound, leaving the country grappling with questions of identity, truth, and the very nature of democracy itself. Whether one views him as a transformative figure or a destructive force, there is no denying that Donald Trump left an indelible mark on American history. His story, a testament to the power of ambition, the allure of celebrity, and the fragility of democratic norms, will continue to be debated and analyzed for generations to come. The 2020 presidential election was a pivotal moment, a referendum on Trump's presidency. The race was closer than expected. Biden won, but Trump refused to concede, alleging voter fraud. This refusal inflamed political tensions. Trump's claims resonated with his supporters. Legal challenges were dismissed due to lack of evidence. Trump continued to sow doubt, eroding public trust. Despite his electoral defeat, Donald Trump's influence on American politics did not wane. He remained a powerful force within the Republican Party, endorsing candidates in key races and holding rallies that drew massive crowds of devoted supporters. His endorsements often carried significant weight in Republican primaries, shaping the direction of the party and elevating candidates who aligned with his brand of populist conservatism. Trump's post-presidency was also marked by his continued use of social media, albeit through alternative platforms after being banned from Twitter and Facebook. He launched his own social media platform, Truth Social, which became a megaphone for his unfiltered thoughts, grievances, and attacks on his perceived enemies. His grip on the Republican Party remained strong, with many GOP lawmakers hesitant to criticize him publicly for fear of alienating his base. This unwavering loyalty from a significant segment of the electorate solidified Trump's status as a kingmaker within the party, allowing him to exert influence over policy debates and shape the Republican agenda. As Donald Trump navigated his post-presidency, he faced numerous legal challenges and investigations. His efforts to overturn the 2020 election results and hints at a 2024 run kept the nation divided. His supporters eagerly anticipated his return, while detractors feared further damage. Long before entering the political arena, Donald Trump recognized the power of media to shape public perception and build a personal brand. However, it was his mastery of social media, particularly Twitter, that would revolutionize his communication style and redefine the relationship between a president and the public. Trump's use of Twitter was unprecedented in American political history. He bypassed traditional media outlets, with their fact-checking and editorial processes, to directly address the American people, one 140-character message at a time. His tweets, often impulsive and unfiltered, provided an unvarnished glimpse into his thoughts, reactions, and policy pronouncements. His tweets became major news events, driving headlines and sparking debates across the political spectrum. Supporters praised his directness and authenticity, while critics decried his impulsiveness and disregard for diplomatic norms. Regardless of one's political stance, it was impossible to ignore the impact of Trump's Twitter pronouncements. While Trump's use of Twitter allowed him to circumvent traditional media gatekeepers and connect directly with millions of supporters, it also proved to be a double-edged sword. His unfiltered tweets often sparked controversy, alienated allies, and inflamed tensions both domestically and internationally. His penchant for personal attacks, name-calling, and the spread of misinformation drew widespread condemnation. Social media companies faced mounting pressure to address the spread of harmful content on their platforms, leading to unprecedented actions against a sitting president. In a move that sent shockwaves through the political landscape, Twitter permanently suspended Donald Trump's account in January 2021, citing the risk of further incitement of violence following the attack on the U.S. Capitol. This unprecedented decision highlighted the immense power and potential dangers of social media in the digital age. Donald Trump's journey from ambitious real estate developer to polarizing political icon is a uniquely American saga. He rose to prominence through sheer force of will, transforming the Manhattan skyline, captivating audiences as a reality TV star, and ultimately ascending to the highest office in the land. His story is a testament to the allure of the American dream, the power of self-belief, and the enduring appeal of a larger-than-life personality. Yet Trump's legacy is as complex and contradictory as the man himself. His presidency was a period of both significant policy shifts and unprecedented political turmoil. His supporters lauded his economic policies, his tough stance on immigration, and his willingness to challenge the status quo. His detractors, however, viewed his presidency as a threat to democratic norms, pointing to his divisive rhetoric, his attacks on the media, and his efforts to undermine faith in the electoral process. As Trump's story continues to unfold, his place in American history remains a subject of intense debate. Was he a transformative figure who disrupted the political establishment and empowered a new generation of populist leaders? Or was he a divisive force who deepened societal rifts and eroded trust in American institutions? Only time will tell how history will ultimately judge the legacy of Donald Trump, a man who rose from the world of New York real estate to leave an indelible mark on the American psyche.